Hello there, Tony Baker from Six String Country here for another guitar lesson. And today we're going to be looking at Need You Now by Lady A. This song was written by the band Hillary Scott, Charles Kelly, and Dave Haywood, along with songwriter Josh Keir. We've gotten a lot of requests for this one over the years, and I've really wanted to do it because it's a great example of how these three different guitar parts all work together to create this musical kind of texture that we hear going on throughout the song. On the acoustic, we have a lot of strumming, but we do have some additional things too. We have some arpeggiations, and we'll be doing some different motions with our left hand to make these chords sound really interesting over the verses. On the Les Paul that we're going to be doing here, we're going to pan that hard to the left and do a lot of the chords, but also do the riffs and the intros. And then panned all the way to the right, we'll have the Gretsch guitar, which is going to take care of all of the slide work that we hear over the choruses and over the solos. So this is all tabbed out right beneath the video player at sixstringcountry.com. Let's dive in. Hello there, Tony Baker here to take you through how to play Need You Now by Lady A on the acoustic guitar. To play it like we hear it on the recording, got to have a capo on the 4th fret. That's going to let us do some of these verse riffs like, and even just get the sound of that major 7 sound that we hear on the record. At the very end of this tutorial, I'll take the capo off and I'll show you a couple replacement chord shapes if you want to play it without a capo. And we'll go over that at the end, all right? So if you have a capo, put it on the 4th fret, and let's start playing. So let's go over the chords that we're gonna need for the introduction and the verse. This is a major 7 shape. As guitar players, we're thinking about key of C chords. We're gonna be playing, to start off, this F major 7. We're gonna have an A minor when we get to the chorus. We have a C major and an E minor. And then in the bridge, we have a G over B and a C. So we're thinking C shapes. The capo is going to let us play these nice open chord shapes, even though we wouldn't be able to have the sound like this if we were playing it without a capo in this key. All right, so we're thinking F major 7, which is starting on the 3rd fret above the capo of the 4th string. And then we have 2nd, 1st, and open. And then an A minor shape. It's just open 5th string, then we have 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, and open. All right, and that's all we need for the introduction. When we get to the verse, we're going to add in something a little fancier that will be optional on the A minor chord. And the strumming is pretty straightforward here. It's just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, okay? So here's how it looks, starting on the F major 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, 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 down, up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And that's all it is for the intro. And then we get to the verse, and we're going to do the exact same thing except with this A minor chord. We're going to do something with our pointer finger and our pinky finger. Then we're going to drop the pointer finger, then put the pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string there, and then put the pointer finger back down on the 1st fret. In this tutorial, we're going over electric guitar 1 from the tabs, which I'm playing on this Les Paul. And this, you're going to hear it in the mix panned far left. We're going to pan the Gretsch far right. You can hear that they do that on the recording as well for a lot of these parts, especially in the verses. For this verse, we're going to want some nice thick tremolo. You want some good depth on the tremolo. And if you can set it, I think I have this set to 16th note duplets on this program, and that to me sounded really close to what we heard going on the record. All right, so the song's in the key of E, and this first riff we're going to be kind of working between this position 3 diatonic and position 6 diatonic. Because I'll play it once for you here. We're starting down here, and we're on the 4th fret of the G string, and then the B and the E string, we're going to be nicking those strings. You don't have to focus on hitting them every time, but we want them to ring open a little bit because we can hear that happening in the recording. And we're going to be going back between 4 and 6 on the G string. Then we slide up to 9, 11 on G, and then 14, fret 13, we're going to do a half bend, down to 11, and back to 9. And that's that first riff. In this tutorial, we're going to be doing the bridge solo, which is done with a slide. So I'll play through it once, and then we'll go over it note by note. All right, I keep the slide on my pinky finger, but there's different ways of doing it. Some people like it on the ring finger. And I do use a pick, especially for these kind of ones where we're really aiming at very particular notes and strings instead of multiple notes at the same time, more of a slide rhythm thing. This is, particular notes that we're aiming for one at a time, and we want to do with the muting with our pointer finger here and with our right hand to make sure just those notes that we're aiming for are ringing out. So here's how it looks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, very cool little piece of slide work here. So start here, 12th fret. We're going back and forth between E and B. And what I'm doing here, moving this back and forth, is vibrato. It changes it from, right? It gives it that slide feel and sound. And it also helps us center the pitch. If we're just a little bit off, this helps us get right in the middle of it. So we're doing back and forth on the 12th fret there, and then 14 up to 16.